Hey family, God bless you. Thanks for tuning in to this last video in this series of this new season that we have entered. I want to share this blessing with you guys on what the Lord revealed to me also about this season is that it is a season of fresh fruit. So again, I want to just go over restate this verse that the Lord shared with me because it had two parts to it, which is Revelation 22 verse 2, which says, "In the middle of its street and on either side of the river was the tree of life, which bore 12 fruits, each tree yielding its fruit every month. The leaves of the tree were for healing of the nations." So, about this fruit. So, I had this dream last night um, where I was at home and I was talking with an older woman who I know to be a an angel that was tending to the produce in this garden that we were in. And she had asked me to help her feed her fruit plants. So she gave me some exotic looking fruits that I had never seen before. And there were a line of buckets with different plants. And I was carrying these crepe like folded up pancake looking fruits in my arms. Like I had them cupped in my arms like this, and I had a whole lot of them. And they were mixed. Like the colors were mixed with like yellow and orange and red, like almost like a papaya. And I walked over asking which plants she wanted me to feed. So she had showed me, and then I had threw the fruits to them, and there were two different plants, two different pot or pans with different plants that she told me to feed. Um, there was they were in these aluminum foil pans, and they were fruit the in the aluminum foil plants were fruit plants that looked similar, or one of them looked similar to Venus flytraps. And I had talked about that before in a recent video about the Venus flytraps representing snares, or snares of sin, and things like that. So they also kind of looked like the piranha plants that you see in like Super Mario. So I had threw the colorful fruit that I had, or some of the colorful fruit that I had, into this pan filled with these piranha plants, and and they just went to town on this fruit right away. Like they just tore it up and it was gone. So then I went over to the next plant that she had told me to feed. So this plant this bucket, or t- uh aluminum foil pan, was filled with even more colorful fruit. Like it was this bountiful um bucket filled with fruit to the like it was filling over with fruit, all the way, topped on top, stacked on top of each other. And she had asked me to feed the fruits that I had to these fruits, which was kind of weird that I was feeding fruits to fruits, but it's very symbolic in a sense. So um, I had put some of the fruits in the pan um, that I of these fruits that were stacked up in there, and then she had came over and started rubbing some of the juices from the fruits that I was holding that I had put in there over these fruits, and then at that point I knew that it was almost like it was like lemon, like she was putting lemon on it, and as you know, lemon can be used as like flavoring, and it can also be used as freshening or cleansing or things like that. So the fruits that I saw in this bucket, they had like oranges, reds, yellows, and like this purple color, and they were like tie-dye color. So it was like this beautiful fruit, and I knew they were like super juicy and they were fresh and ripe, ready to be eaten. So and there was more to this dream, but the I just want to share this part. So the Lord has shown me here that there are two ways our fruit can be used. It can either be used to feed the snares of sin, or to feed and to grow more fruit. So the piranha plants had devoured the fruit till there was nothing left. When I threw that fruit in there, they devoured that fruit and it was gone. There was nothing left. But the other plant, the other pan that had the other fruits in there, was filled with a bountiful stack of fresh, juicy fruits, and they were tended to using the juices from the fruits that I was given. So this also made me think of, reminded me of Matthew 25:14 to 30, which is the parable of the talents, which is where God talks about giving talents, and then us using those talents to make more talents, and then coming back and showing all the talents that we've gained. um so definitely go and read, if you've never read that parable, go and read it. Again, it's Matthew 25 verses 14 to 30. So um this is just some very awesome things that we have in store for us, and in this new season that we've entered, a season of healing, a season of fresh fruit, a season of victory. um as I've said many times, we have to abide in Jesus, because Jesus is the only way. If you don't know Jesus, get to know him now. I love you. God bless you, and I'll talk with you soon.